didn't let anybody know. We just thought we would surprise everybody because we are talking about the SummerSlam rumors. Oh my gosh. Are they? Yes. I mean, it's like, it's worse than a gossip magazine, the rumors that are going on today. I mean, first of all, we hear that Gargano, boy, there have been more Johnny Gargano rumors today and this week than there have
in a very long time.
Yes, yes, yes. And the fact that they're saying now that we all know how Seth Rollins, he was supposed to have the match with Riddle, and Riddle got injured. Supposedly, we now found out that Riddle isn't injured at all. They just scrapped the match.
Yeah.
We didn't find out why he scrapped it, but they just did away with it. And knowing how Seth Rollins is, whiner, I want a match, I'm not going to leave here until I get my match. We have been wondering if, okay, toward the end of the show, I'm not going to leave here until I get a match at SummerSlam. Find me an opponent. And then wouldn't that be like bringing down the house of having Johnny Gargano come out and fight Seth Rollins? Now, Deborah here, Miss Brainiac, has just came up with a whole other bunch of solutions and issues with the Brock Lesnar Roman Reigns thing. Deborah, you want to take it over?
Okay. My thing is, there's so many scenarios here. You got Roman Reigns, who has been in a feud with the Usos and gotten into an argument and fight, and he's fault the Usos. He's hit the Usos. But all right, that's one thing.
Let's flip the switch here. The Usos always back up Roman Reigns. Always. But Reigns never backs up the Usos.
Never.
Now, could this be because of the whole Sasha Banks Naomi thing, where they're going to try to break up the bloodline so that they don't have to feature the Usos as a payback to Naomi for what she did? That's a good scenario, And then at some point down the road, you would have to have Roman Reigns fight the Usos for some kind of match, And then, Deborah, what do you have?
Well, let's see. You got the Usos. Then you have Paul Heyman.
Yes.
Paul Heyman, who really no one can really trust because...
Would you trust him? No.
How many times has he gone back to Brock Lesnar, then went back to Roman Reigns? Brock Lesnar.
And
Roman
he stabs people in the back.
And he stabs them in the back. And you cannot trust this man. He is not trustworthy.
No.
So, let me just say, it would not be a surprise to me if Paul Heyman was to stab Roman Reigns in the back.
Right.
Because, for I don't know how long, Paul Heyman has always been a Brock Lesnar guy.
Yeah, until Roman Reigns.
And then he was always wishy-washy.
Yeah.
Or what I will call wishy-washy.
Right.
One minute he would go to Roman Reigns, the next minute he'd go to Brock Lesnar. And it was just that he was making the fans think.
Okay, now let's bring in a different scenario. Now this is number 3 now. Is that we know that the Clash at the Castle is got to have Drew McIntyre in it. What if during the Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns match that Drew McIntyre comes in and somehow wins it? Because then he could highlight the Clash at the Castle, which would have been perfect for him. Perfect. I mean, what else could have happened? And then you get the other possibility. What if Randy Orton shows up? He's been out for some time with his back injury. Sooner or later, he's bound to show back up. Suppose he comes in and interferes with the match. And then, of course, Deborah, do you have anything to say before I bring in another scenario?
Okay, the thing with Randy Orton is this man has been out for quite a while. He's been out of action. He's been trying to heal and get back to being Randy Orton again. But Randy Orton likes to be the champion.
Right.
It would not surprise me in the least, not in the least, if he was to make a surprise appearance.
And especially after the Usos have beat Riddle so badly when RK was out with this back injury. That's a good point. The other point that I had was that talking about bringing down the house, Seth Rollins, let's face it, he's a whiner. Suppose that he goes on there, I'm not going to leave here until I get a match. You promised me a match. Find me an opponent. And lo and behold, wouldn't it just tear down the house if they bring out Gargano to fight Seth Rollins?
That would be awesome.
Then you have the other flip to this, which, until Brock Lesnar showed up, it should have been Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns for SummerSlam. And that's not going to happen. So what if Seth Rollins made Brock Lesnar lose because of, he's taking his place? That could have been it too. Also, the other flip side of this could be Theory.
Exactly what I was getting ready to say.
We all know that Theory is supposed to drop his belt to John Cena. Cena is supposed to win the belt for the 17th time, and then that's going to be his final or whatever. And then after that, he'll keep it for about a month, and then he'll drop it. All right. Then we have the other possibilities. What if there's, even though it's a no disqualifying match, what if it becomes a draw? That has never happened in a SummerSlam match before. Never, ever happened in a SummerSlam. No one's ever not won that main event. What if it was just a draw? Then what happens?
Rematch.
Rematch. And then how would that even come about? Would that be like a Raw or a SmackDown event? I don't know. There's so many possibilities swerving, and nobody is coming up with some really good theories. I mean, like you were saying that you think that you were thinking that maybe if Gargano interferes in the match, and there's been speculations that he would just show up. Of course, he's supposed, and if you listen to the rumor mill, I'll say he's supposed to show up in every match, but let's say that they save it, and he goes in. You're speculating that Chappa will go in and help him because they were tag team champions back in NXT.
DIY.
And so I don't think he would dump the Miz. Now he may turn his back on the Miz and get revenge, because I've never seen the connection between the Miz and Chappa as a tag team. I just don't get it.
I don't get it either. I will say this. Ciampa is nobody can dispute that Ciampa is good at what he does. He does a mean promo.
He does.
He does a promo like there's not a whole lot of people that can do a promo like he does.
Right.
And he's a great wrestler. And I'm not necessarily, it could happen that he helps Johnny Gargano, but there's also the speculation of he won't.
Okay.
Because he's with The Miz, and I really think that The Miz is not going to want Ciampa to be helping Johnny Gargano out.
Right. Okay, and I just have to put my 2 cents in. We saw on SmackDown that Max Dupree is back to Maximum Male Models. Okay, first of all, LA Knight, what in the world are you thinking? you know, they took you out of that before Vince left because they said that you weren't doing the promos, or you didn't believe in the promos that you were doing for Male Maximum or whatever it is.
Models.
You are so much better than that.
So much better.
So much better than that. We have seen you cut promos with NWA, NXT, and the dude can wrestle.
He can.
So why in the world does he want to be a male model representative?
Yeah.
Go ahead and give it to your so-called sister, which isn't your sister, and let them find a new character for you, because that one is just.
And I'm sorry, it doesn't fit him.
It doesn't,
because he is so talented at being a wrestler, being on that microphone. This is just like a put down to him. It's
right, right. And supposedly Vince let him go from it. So of course, you know, with Vince being gone, you know, and I'm glad to hear that Triple H is changing NXT. We will soon. We're blessed to know that NXT will be coming here to our town on Saturday, and we will be there unless one of us is sick. God, please don't make us sick.
Yes.
Anyway, we want to thank you guys for listening, and
yes, thank you so much, guys. It's been great talking to you, and I hope that the wrestlers that you want to win, because you're going to be excited about that.
Yes,
I know I'm excited.
We are going to be at the Dave & Buster's in Gainesville, Florida. We're doing the watch along with them. So pretty soon we're going to have to get ready and go. But thank you for watching, subscribing, and as always,
bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.